live using my other phone. Okay, so I need another candle to set up. You know, I do have like these little tripods that I used for lives, but honestly, they're no good. They're just not good. Like tripods, ugh, they're not that great in my opinion. So I'm gonna do another TikTok live. Let's see. I'm gonna do it on my old iPhone. And this one's going to be putting away laundry because I have lots of laundry I need to organize and put away. I have laundry for my sister that I hung up yesterday. And some people are like, you need to hurry. No, I don't need to hurry. You know why? I go at a good pace. I go at a pace that is just so enjoyable for me. Like, it's just good to go at a nice pace where you don't feel all rushed. And I don't do that in my life. Like, so many people in our culture, it's like they're rushing, 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 brink pointing it, booking it. Like, look, when you're at work, you might book it. But when I'm at home, I'm not going to book it. I live like, I don't know, like I see a lot of people these days saying on social media, like, oh, people used to live a slower life in the 70s and 80s and even 90s. I'm like, well, you're the master of your time. So if you want to live a slower life in 2024 going into 2025, you make that actualization. If you want to live like a slower life, you are the one that determines that. Like nobody else can slow your life down for you. Like if you want to spend more time at home, like it's not that I don't go out and do things. Like I went with my sister to the Dollar Tree this morning. Like, hold on, it wasn't this morning. It was around 11. I guess that's still morning. And I did get those Jenny spring rolls that I really like. And I had made a tahini sauce. I was going to cook, but then she was like texting me. So on my days off, I've been meaning to get to artwork and whatnot. But I end up being so busy just because I'm trying to catch up on my laundry and her laundry. And then I'm trying to hang all her laundry to dry. Like I want to dry it on the line. You know what's interesting right away? I'm noticing, and it might just be my iPhone settings on this new phone. I think I need to brighten up my settings because I'm definitely brighter on the TikTok live than I am on the YouTube live. But I'm going live in two places because I hear this is what they said. They said TikTok's going away in the US on January 19th. Is that really going to happen? I don't know. Does it matter? I mean, it's kind of disappointing. So what I'm doing is I'm letting everybody know that I'm in two different places. So I'm Southern California on TikTok, okay? That's who I am on the TikTok. But on YouTube, I have two different channels. Like I have California Mountain Art and Life, which kind of sounds the same really. Like, but I also have a hair channel, but I don't do like the get ready with me in the organization videos on my hair channel on YouTube. I like kind of separate my niches, but here on TikTok, I don't know, I'm kind of mixing it up. And I'm going live in two different places so you can see like a slightly different angle. And my lives are so different. Like a lot of people are on here saying, I have goals, give me points, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing lives that are fun. Like home cleaning inspiration. I'm not going to be like, give me points, give me points. Like, how is that entertaining? Maybe that's entertaining, but look, I looked at lives just out of curiosity to see what other people were posting. But I just didn't understand, like, why would anybody be sitting there watching somebody go live saying, I need my points, I need my points? Like, what kind of points are they getting? Points for what? I just want to know, like, what are their points for? What kind of points are they getting, you know? Like, I don't understand. It's just kind of interesting. Okay. Gotta be appropriate on my chats though. Appropriate, and you gotta follow the rules and keep it G-rated. If you don't, then you don't make it into the chat box and you get left behind, because like my channel is different than other channels. We don't promote bads. We promote people that say good stuff. So I don't even give warnings anymore. You're just bounced. Because, yeah, my channel is for people who think in a nice, clear, crisp, happy way. If you don't have clear, crisp, happy thoughts, then thanks. That's better. Like, because, yeah, would you say that to someone walking down the street? I don't know. Gotta think better. Like, but you know what? You're the steward of your own thoughts, right? If somebody says something that I think is silly, I'm just like, oh, whatever. It's not on me. You know, if it feels inappropriate, I'm like, I'll tell you. Very easily so. I just don't worry about it too much because I'm like, I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Oh, I don't know who stepmom is, but there is no stepmom here. Anyway. I'm going to put the blanket back on my bed. The only thing is that I hate washing towels with blankets is that you get little linty things and they kind of mix together because I use a lot of washcloths to clean with rags. So I need to organize the blanket and put it back on the bed because I just washed it. And then I want to make sure that there's no, I'm just going to double check and make sure that there's no, oh, okay, that there's no little thingy-mabobs that got in it. Just kind of get it nice and flat, get it flat Stanley, make it nice and smooth on the bed, nice and smoothed out. You should make your bed every day. It really makes a big difference. And then I'm going to put the charger over here. Yeah. I love laundry, guys. It's just like, it's my favorite thing to do. But I do laundry for my sister too, who lives somewhere right now that she like doesn't have access. Well, she has a washing, like she could pay, like she's staying somewhere where they have like washers and dryers you can pay for. But I find that kind of annoying for her because she would have to like go get change for it. And I just decided I didn't want her to have to do that. And I think in the long run, it's just cheaper for me to actually just wash her laundry. I mean, she used to live with me and she would be here daily doing laundry, but on my days off lately I just feel like I'm playing double time. Like I'm trying to get all my chores done in 2 days, and then I'm gonna feel, just because I hung these stalls to dry last night, so I'm just like feeling to see like if there's anything that's gonna have to go in the dryer, because I do like hanging things to dry, but I just want to make sure it's 100% dry before I pack it up. So feeling it. It feels pretty dry. There were also some things in the bathroom that I hung up that I need to go get. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. So this one I'm going to say, yeah, it's good. It's ready to go. Oh no! It's good. It's ready to go. Let's start again. Okay, so. And if you ever see lint on clothes, you can just pop it off. And then as I like roll it, I kind of like to like smooth it out. That's what the thing about hanging your laundry to dry instead of the dryer that I really love, because it just kind of smooths your clothing out without having to use a steamer as much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Like I said, I really need to get back into my art. Like I love to do art, as you can see. I just really need to get back into it. My mom wants me to draw a picture of her cat for her, and I've been wanting to do that. I'm gonna take these towels out of the dryer because I hope that, you know, everything's dry, but if it's not, I'm just gonna go ahead and probably pop things in the dryer as I'm going. Oh no, don't fall out, guys. Just wanna take everything out of the dryer without it falling out. Okay. And if you hear me, like in my chat, if I seem to be responding to different things that you don't see on the screen here, it's because I'm doing 2 lives at once. Like I'm doing one here on TikTok to the left, and here, no, to the right, and to the left, I'm on YouTube. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna keep taking everything off. I think I'm gonna take the hangers off as I go too, because I want to have everything off. Because I just find when you go to hang up a different load of laundry, it's a lot easier. So what I'm feeling for, like when you hang laundry to dry it, like I'm just feeling like, does it feel? I feel like it's completely dry. But to be honest with you, like if it's just me or somebody's living with you, the thing I like is that you can give it like a day and a half, which is kind of my preference. I think like a little bit more than 24 hours, and then I know it's like 100% dry on the line. And some people might be like, "Oh my God, that's a long time waiting." So yeah, hanging laundry to dry, it's more slow living. Like it's very slow living. Like I am into slow living. Like I'm just gonna own it. I like slow living, and but it makes your clothes last long. And there's just something fun about doing laundry. I really enjoy doing laundry. It's a lot of fun. So like when I go to like certain things dry, like I'm feeling it, I'm just making sure because maybe it's just cold in here. I just feel like some things I'm like, did you completely dry? I think so. But sometimes I'm like, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it did. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. So yeah. I want to try and roll it up the best that I can. And years ago, I learned this trick about how when you pack, if you roll up your laundry, it's less wrinkly. But also, that's so true for like just any clothing you have. But honestly, in general, unless it's like sweaters, I prefer to hang everything in the closet so I can just see everything. Like, that's my preference, you know, for me anyway. And then like I continue going on, like as I take each item off the rack, I like to feel, I'm like, does it feel 100% dry? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is. I just sometimes feel like I'd like to let it wait a little bit longer. But I felt bad that I was putting some of her clothes in the dryer too much because I'm like, I don't really like to do that because I want things to last longer. And yeah, it's just fun to hang laundry to dry. So if it's like wintertime and you don't have access, like if I lived in a city, I definitely don't think I would hang my clothing outside because there would be lots of like just pollution from a city that would get on your clothing after washing them. So I find like if you have a little laundry rack like this, and when I mean laundry rack, I'm talking about the 2-tier one. You want the one where you can hang. I think I need to. I have an Amazon storefront on my other channel, and I can't really show this on TikTok, but if you want to, okay, what can you do? Like, you probably can go on Temu these days and find it a lot cheaper. So I would just go on Temu or Amazon, or I don't know if you're at Walmart, and look for a 2-tier laundry rack, because this is what it is, not the 1-tier. Because many moons ago we had just the 1-tier, but I don't like that as much. I like the 2-tier because you can hang like the longer items and they stretch out and they just dry more evenly. Like there are some laundry racks where you fold things over, but I feel like those things just don't dry quite as evenly. Plus they have weird lines in them after they dry. So it's just better to have them on the hanger as they are. And then my preference is I just like to hang everything in the closet. If I ever live somewhere again that doesn't have big closets, I'm just going to buy a long laundry rack like on wheels, and I will put my clothing on that. Because I think having a big closet's just, it's my preference, but you don't even have to have a big closet. Like these days, you could like just get a cute screen kind of like this one, and you could just put your laundry behind it. You know, so many options, really, in my opinion. There's so many options. I think, anyway. All right. So we just continue on. I'm like, and these are some masks. Like this mask, like last night, I don't know how many people saw or are interested in these lives. Like I love laundry, but this one is a batik. Like it's handmade. Somebody made this for me, and I'm not a fan of masks, but my sister is. I'm gonna give these back to her. Like she was saying, some of these masks didn't fit, but I'm just gonna give this to her, and she can decide what she wants to do with it. It's just really beautiful material, though. But I just thought, well, if she wants it, she can have it. And then I put one of her favorite kind of masks is like these wire masks. She likes these. So yeah, those are the masks. Then we're just gonna start putting the socks in their own little pile for match mating. Like if I come across a match, then they're ready to go. And these all feel pretty dry. Not bad at all. Okay. I think this was pretty good. Did pretty good. It's probably because I did do her laundry a little bit earlier in the evening. It gave it more time to dry. And actually, I'm really amazed because my washer washed all of this, like a whole week's worth of laundry, which isn't bad. Like laundry does take up a lot of time, but like this is a week's worth of laundry for her. So I'm like, that's not too bad at all. Like in the scheme of things, like I make a lot more laundry than that. Pants got a little wrinkly because the legs, I did a big load. The legs got kind of crumpled up on the end, but you can put your hand in and just feel like, does it feel wet? I think it pretty feels dry. It feels dry. And then what you can do, you can just shake it out a bit. And then like everything else, you can just start rolling it up. And as you roll it up, this is just my little trick. Like I just use my hands, and there's some warmth for your hands, and you kind of just smooth it out. And I feel like it's not gonna be like one. This does feel a little damp though right here now that I'm feeling it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to assess. I think I'm gonna throw that in the dryer just because I'm not 100% sure about that. Like I'm like, oh, that's a little questionable. I'm gonna put that in the dryer. Like I don't want to, but in that case, like I need to get this to her by 3:30. So and she goes back to where she's staying. So yeah, in that case, I feel like I'm gonna be careful on that one. And then this, let me see. I feel like there's a couple damp spots on the hoodie. So I think I'm gonna throw the hoodie in the dryer too. I'm gonna start drying them. Like I don't love to dry things, but just like when I run out of time like that, I try as much as I can to do everything by hand, but some things just don't get fully dry if it's less than 24 hours. That's the thing about hanging laundry to dry. Like I said, it's slow living. It's not. No, it's used for my laundry. So like I hang it. I don't change. Some people do that. I feel like that's like an old Western thing, or I don't know, from Victorian era. It's just a rack that they're made in Vietnam. Which, by the way, I think is pretty quality. I bought it during the panini. I really like it. This is a 5-tier one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tiers. So, yeah. Anyway, I have to do this to distract myself because I'm sad about what's happening in Syria. Oh, of course, Syria. Anyway, so I'm distracting myself. But, you know, I'm like, I don't know. Politics has gotten so nasty. And I'm so sick of it. I am so over it. Everybody's geopolitical posturing, our new horrible, the blue loop, done. Done, Anita. I'm done with politics. Because I'm like, yeah, I am done. And done with it all. Anyway, yeah. You know, stay off the politics stuff. Because I'm like, there's nothing good that ever comes out of it, in my opinion. Like, this year, I will read about current events. I'm going to do more live streams where I'll read current events with you guys because I like doing that. But yeah, something's just got to change. And I think the two things that I just think are not healthy are the spilling the tea culture and the politics. But like you could be on social media without being controversial. Like, you know, you know what kind of YouTube I like? I love art YouTube. I love history YouTube, current events. And those are all things where people aren't being controversial. They're just, you know, sharing knowledge or being entertaining, like in a good way. I love that sort of thing. And I'm all for this. Like, I'm in the era of maybe we should normalize not being controversial. I've never heard anybody talk about that before. Normalize not being controversial. Normalize being tranquil. Normalize just being a good human being, right? I want to do that. That's my new thing. And I'm like, I don't think this mask is going to fit her. I'm going to guess right now. This mask is way too tiny. This is a child's mask. I'm going to put that back in the drawer. She's not going to wear that. I'll give it to a kid or something. I don't know. A lot of these were just masks that I had left over from like 2020. And I started wearing paper masks, honestly. And I talked about this yesterday. My sister loves to wear masks, so I was trying to find her some paper masks in the store, but I just can't seem to find them anymore. They don't really sell them, or if they do, it's like a crazy price. So I think I'm gonna go on Temu eventually and just order a big package of them. I've really been liking Temu. I talked about that. Some of the stuff's hit and miss, but overall, okay. Okay, it has a little movement. I don't know what that means because that doesn't sound like something. I'm gonna say that's not, we don't like that, okay? Like London, nope, not allowed on my chats, okay? Don't do it. That's not allowed. This is for people that like my chats. It's not for people that are like, oh, little movement. Because that doesn't sound good. Like, I don't know what you're trying to say, but well, the thing is, my YouTube channel or TikTok or whatever, it's just like what I do in a daily life, right? Like, everybody else, like, has their own version of TikTok or whatever they're doing, or YouTube. But you have to remember, a lot of people do very staged YouTube. And I used to know a lot of people that were like, oh, you have to have like a story and everything has to be a story. But that's not real life, okay? I know a lot of people want this very edited, curated thing. But then the weird part is, like, this is my thought. Now they're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's authentic and it's raw and edgy, but it's still scripted, right? So I don't know, like, well, what's the point of that? But, you know, everybody should do what works for them, I guess. I just post what I love or what's fun for me. And cleaning inspirations, what's fun for me. I guess that's how I could put it. I'm like, what kind of a comment is that? Anyway. Who knows? It's just not. I guess the good thing about TikTok is they want to make the weird comments. You're gone after. It goes capoodle. And then with YouTube, I'm just putting a strong filter on and deleting a lot of weird comments because I'm like, if you don't know how to behave yourself in chat, it's not my problem. I can't help you, like, know what's appropriate. If it's not like PG, it's definitely not appropriate, and most people don't want to read that. Like, if it's something that should be on a X-rated site, don't bring it to my channel. Take it somewhere else. Not interested. Have a nice day. Like, I'm not going to infringe on your right to go seek out that kind of commentary, but like, if you want to do it with me, it's just not going to be like, that's just how I feel. You know, my feelings about it. I don't know, but whatever. It's all good. Okay, so we got all that. It's pretty good, right? I think. Well, I'm pretty happy. Got it all, most of it off. And yeah, it ended up being pretty dry in general. Everything was pretty dry. So that wasn't bad. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. I'm pretty happy. Actually, everything dried pretty well this time. I think it's because I started a little bit earlier in the evening. Last time I had washed something earlier Saturday, not Saturday, but Sunday. I always feel like Sunday's Saturday, but it's really Sunday just because of my schedule. But anyhow, this time I had washed it a little bit earlier on actual Saturday night. So I was able to put those things away Sunday night. And it ended up everything was pretty dry. And yeah, not bad. Oh, you can't even see me where I am right now. Like, I'm in the wrong, I should put, so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so let me go that way. Gonna get all the hangers over here. Now I feel like I'm in a big matchmaking hanger competition contest or something. I'm like, I need to start taking all the hangers away. There's just too many. So these thick hangers, I don't want them in my closet anymore for hanging up clothes because they just take up too much space. I prefer the thin hangers, but the thick hangers are good if you're gonna hang to dry like socks or sweaters and things like that. But I just use them more for hanging to dry. I love thin hangers. Thin hangers are not as durable though, I'll be honest. Like, they don't have the durability that thick hangers have, but they just are better in general. Okay. Let's see. All right, okay. Hangers. It's like there's so many hangers. I need to get them off the bed and get them the area that they go because I just don't want them over here on the bed. Off the bed so I can start organizing on the laundry, pack it up. It's like playing a game of memory or match. You know, where you do the memory matching card game. That's what I feel like laundry really is. Oh golly. I want you all nice and organized. See, I just like it when things are more organized. Like, for me, I think it's more aesthetically pleasing. And I promise you, it just feels good to organize stuff. It really, truly does. Nice, organized. And then once everything's organized, I just close the rack, or the screen as you were. It's not a rack, it's a screen. I just bring it back to where it usually goes. Like right here, because I just think it looks nice. There's actually something. This was my sister's idea a long time ago when she used to live with me. She just loved having a laundry rack like that would cover where you hang up laundry, and I agree, it looks nice. Like, so it just looks very aesthetic. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. So what I do is I just start matching things up and putting them into piles. I know this mask is one that she actually really likes, so that's good. And I think she'll like that one. And then I just start trying to find socks that are gonna match up. Match everything. I could have sworn I had the matchmate to this sock in the previous load of laundry. So sometimes she doesn't bring me everything all at once, so I can't matchmate it right away. But I'm wait towards the end because I'm pretty sure after I've matched everything, I'm pretty sure that one, oh no, it has a matchmate. Okay, good. Yay. That's perfect. I'm gonna give her all these masks because I'm pretty sure like she'll wear them. If she doesn't, I don't know. I should just tell her how to tie these ones because they like tie in the back. Somebody made these by hand. Like, I'm not a big mask fan, but if you do like masks, these ones are kind of cool because they tie in the back. I only wear masks if I absolutely have to because I don't know, I wasn't like, it was mandatory and we had to wear them. But I just never, I always had a problem like every time because, well, first off, this was the difference. I worked through the panini. I worked through the whole thing. Like, if you're working and you're like doing very like moving back and forth and you have to sanitize more and you have to just book it and you're working through the whole panini like with a mask on, it's kind of hard. And then I found out later like a lot of people took theirs off, but like we were told that we had to wear them like at all times, and I was like the teapot of fire. Like, I was on fire because you're wearing a mask and it makes you like just so overheated. And some people would be wearing like big jackets in their mask, and I'd be like, oh my gosh. Like, because I saw this one young girl, like she was wearing like a crop top and a short skirt, and her mom like chided her saying, oh, she didn't dress appropriately like she for the weather because it's like really cold today and rainy. And I'm like, well, she's wearing a mask. And when I told the mom, I'm like, she's dressed summer-like because she has a mask on her face. Because if you wear a mask, a lot of us get really overheated in them, you know. And then when I had like super long hair, because during the panini, I used to have super long hair. My hair was like past my knees, all the way to my upper calves, actually. It was almost not mid-calf, but it was getting there. So it was just, I would wear it up, and then I wore glasses and a mask, and you'd have like the worst tension headache at the end of the day, you know. And this was me because I didn't have breaks to take it off. Like, we were instructed to wear it at all times. So I just, like, once I didn't have to wear a mask anymore, I just don't want to. I know a lot of people really like them and they feel comfortable. Like my sister, she loves, that's why I get it. Like, everybody has a different comfort level with the mask. I'm not, like, if you have to wear them again, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to wear it, like, blue, blue, blue. No, I just, like, if My preference is not to have to wear it. So if I don't have to wear it, I'm not going to. I'm not going to just wear it for fun, like in my opinion. And I know some people are like, but it keeps you safe. And it's, I mean, if you're around sick people, yeah, in a hospital, yeah, probably should be wearing them. But in daily life, I'm at the point that I just don't want to wear one for the rest of my life. And a lot of people do. Like, a lot of people love wearing them. And I think there should be a choice. I don't think we should pass laws. Like, one thing I thought was kind of weird, or just like, or even companies tell people that they can't wear a mask. Like, that's kind of silly. Like, they're in and out, I guess, outside of California, like, they don't allow people that work in their restaurants to wear a mask, which I think is weird. Like, it should be a personal choice, or just people that tell other people that they're not allowed to wear a mask because hospitals, that some hospital that they went to said masks are not necessary, which I highly disagree with, because most hospitals, it's probably a good idea to wear masks. So I wear them if you have to, but I don't love wearing one personally. And it made me, like, back when we used to have to wear a mask, I kind of just didn't want to go places all the time, because I'd rather just actually be at home or walking outside away from people, just because I didn't really love the way it feels. But my sister really loves masks, so I always wash her mask and get them ready for her. And it should be a personal choice, I think. But if it's required because there's another outbreak, yeah, you should wear it. But yeah, it's not that, I don't think it has to be the divisive issue that people make it out to be. I feel like it can be either or. So yeah, I went ahead and I pretty much put away all the laundry. And yeah, thanks for watching.